Oh, hey there, you caught me grabbing a snack. But I'm not the only one who likes snacks, right? I mean, come on, snacks are great. And with 3 kids, we always have something to snack on. In this case, we've got some candy and some nuts. Now, usually these are all around the house, and well, my wife challenged me to make a nice candy dish, or better yet, a serving tray to put our candy dishes. And I said, I will take you on. So, in today's build, we're gonna build a nice serving tray. Now, this serving tray is about 14 inches in diameter. It's got a 3/4 inch lip all the way around to keep everything inside. It's got feet on it to not scratch our coffee table. And it's made out of, yes, nice wood. Now, when I went to this build, I knew I wanted something pretty nice. So I thought to myself, hey, Andy, you made some pretty cool cutting boards. Let's do the same thing, but a little bit different. And that's what we did. So I found some wood that worked great. I glued them up, and then I took it to the CNC machine. And well, I had some issues. And hopefully you watched the full video to see CNCs aren't always perfect. And in fact, mine went off course a little bit, but you know what? That's okay. We were able to fix it, almost start over, and get something even cooler. So stay tuned as we build one of the coolest candy dishes or serving trays that you've seen. Let's go. Now, the wood selection for this project, we're very fortunate because we have some really nice leftovers. We've got some Padauk, Purple Heart, Yellow Heart, and some Edamame. This should be really, really cool. I think the majority will use Edamame, just a nice, good brown wood, and then we'll do accents or racing stripes of the Yellow Heart, Purple Heart, and Padauk. Now, what orientation or fashion? I don't know. We're going to play around here in a few minutes, but what we'll have to do, we're going to have to cut this to size. So the dish itself is going to be about 14 inches in diameter. So we'll do about a 15-inch block, and then we can cut 14 inches out of that. Maybe we'll do 16 inches, just give ourselves some room, only because I've had some issues with the CNC as of late, and let's give ourselves a little bit of cushion. So now we'll go ahead and start mocking this thing up. We'll start ripping everything to size on the table saw, and then we'll get it glued up. Let's go. Hey, I wanted to pause the video for a second and tell you thank you. I really appreciate you taking your time out of your day to watch one of my videos. It means a lot. If you don't mind, please hit the like button, the subscribe button, and comment down below if you like this project or want to see something else. Back to the video. All right, now we've got the board all glued up. Turned out fantastic, but I did run into a problem. So my planer is only 13 inches wide, which means I can only rip 13 inches or plane 13 inches at a time. And this is 15 by 15 and almost 3/4. So this is not gonna go through the planer. And I'd never call myself a fine woodworker, and I had to get out the only hand plane I actually have, and you probably saw me struggle a little bit there, but we got it smooth enough to where it's nice and flat, where there's no rocking, so that we can head to the CNC. So I knew whenever I put this together, I've got a really good side, and then I've got a side with several knots in the wood, especially in the edamame. So this is going to be the side that we're going to actually create our dish in. So what we're hoping to do now is get into the software. We're going to make a 15-inch circle, a 14-inch circle, and then we'll do about a half-inch lip all the way around. Now we don't have to go too deep, so I'm thinking we go anywhere from a ½ inch to 3/4 of an inch deep, and that's going to leave a lot of meat for this thing to be nice and sturdy. We're only trying to hold candy dishes, so it doesn't have to be that perfect, but this thing is looking super cool, and hopefully you guys enjoy this pattern. I really like the way it looks. So let's head to software, let's get this thing all mocked up. We'll go to the CNC, we'll start cutting. Almost disaster at the CNC. The spiral upcut end mill decided to go off course and start going its own direction. Luckily we stopped that in time. I had to think fast and decided I still have plenty of wood here. At the time it was 1.5 inches. So I took a surfacing bit, I surfaced it all the way down flat, or basically to here again. And I thought, you know what, that's a pretty big bit, it's 1.5 inches. Why not use that to hog out this hole or the inlay? And it worked fantastic. I actually went ahead and used it to cut out the diameter, the outside diameter as well. So now we're gonna head to the bandsaw. We're gonna cut this additional part off. We're gonna come back to the router table. We'll flush trim it, and then we're gonna put a nice round over on the inside and outside of the top and the bottom. And then we can go ahead and sand it nice and smooth. We'll give it a nice oil treatment. We'll finish it. We'll put some feet on it. We'll start using this. So stay tuned. We're almost there. All right, well, we've had time for the finish to go ahead and do its thing overnight. And now it's time to add some feet. So we're just gonna use these black rubber feet. I use these on most of my cutting boards. We're gonna add 4 of these, and then we're done. All right, there we go. We've got a nice 14-inch serving dish. This is gonna be used on our coffee table to hold a couple candy dishes, which I'm super pumped about. Now, is this overkill for a little dish? Of course it is. Does it look magnificent? Absolutely. Look at the contrast of this edamame, the Padauk, the yellow heart, the purple heart. This thing is gorgeous. And there's nothing else I'd rather have in my house than a gorgeous piece of something that I made. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching this. Hopefully this inspires you to build something for your coffee table. Until next time, have a great day. Hey, I just want to let you know we've got some really cool projects coming up. So I can't wait for you to see the next build or 2 that we have coming up. And if you get a moment, watch this video or this video.